Alright, so welcome back to episode 3 of this SSF on Spellbreaker. And today we're gonna do basically expansion content, right? Act 6 and 7. And we finished Act 5 on the last stream, right? On the last episode. Yeah, the problem right now is not like skipped as clips. And not only clips, but like everything kinda gets scuffed because of like copyright music. But I mean, if you're like a small streamer, you shouldn't be like too afraid of it. I'm just like not playing any music here because like that's how I just do these like solo sound leveling videos anyway. So we have some items for level 50, right? That's one for level 50, that's one for level 50, and that's one for level 55.
See you around.
And yeah, let's just continue, right? So we are gonna... Should we do Act 7 first, maybe, before Act 6? Oh, let's just do Act 6 first. So in Act 6 we're gonna need to cap our Aether rounds for sure. Like Act 6 has insane Aether damage. I'm not sure if we need it that badly on normal though. But I mean, if you can max out your Aether rest, then you should do it, right? This build currently just like, I don't know, just one-shots elites, I feel like. Or like, if you roll execution, right, you just deal too much damage. Yeah, I did these without music anyways. I did. This was because like YouTube actually works properly and like works very transparent as well when it comes to all these copyright issues, whereas Twitch is very well, it's not really transparent, to be honest. Like, it does work, not really, but like kinda. Like for example, it does automatically mute VODs, for example. But Twitch doesn't mute. Like, Twitch either just deletes the video if it's like hard copyrighted stuff, or if it's like soft copyrighted stuff, then it will just demonetize the video, but like not delete it. But like on Twitch, it's like harder to do for live streams, right? Because you would have to be like muted on like live, right? Like it's impossible to have it's probably impossible to have like a bot that immediately mutes people's streams whenever they like start playing copyrighted music, right? I mean, maybe that could work. I mean, if Twitch was like YouTube, that would happen, right? Like, people would get warned and banned for like playing hard copyrighted stuff, and just muted for like stuff that's like, well, soft copyrighted, however you want to call it. I have no idea. Like, there are apparently like 2 tiers of like copyrights. I have no idea about stuff like that, to be honest. Hey Odebe and Adu, welcome in. Also, I've noticed that, for example, Grim music, basically the vanilla music and also the vanilla music and the AOM music is fine to play, but the FG music is like, I mean, your videos won't be like demonetized or like taken down, but you will like have to share like your incomes with skew sound, or however they call them, like the people who, I think they're called skew sound, right? The guys who made the Grim music. So apparently they have like a higher tier of copyright on their Forgotten Gods music than they have on like their AOM or vanilla music. That's basically how it is. I mean, yeah, like people will have to like either get used to only listening to streamers playing classic music, because like, or listen to way too fucking loud in-game music, Like, this music is so retarded, man. Like, I put this down here, right? Why is this so loud? Sorry for your ears. Or you would just have like the streamer not play any music, and you then like watch, I mean, listen to whatever music you would like to yourself, right? How the new FX weighting is working? I've actually no idea. I don't really know like the math behind it. I've not delved into the code yet, and I've not 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 seen any other people like write anything about it on the forums so far. But I think it should be like easy to check it out, right? So I mean, we just rescued Olgrim, right? You can also choose to fight him, have like a friendly brawl with him. That does give you an achievement, but he does hurt a lot, at least on higher difficulties. I would have been able to fight him though, probably. Let's put some points. Let's put 1 point here for the Fizz. Let's put like 3 points actually. Yeah, up to 5 out of 16 you get like 1% Fizz per point, right? And after that you will get 1% Fizz every 2 points, so like the uneven points are basically good and the even points are kinda meh. So you want those at like 5 and then like either 7, 9, 11 and so on. Yeah, you can't even react anymore, right? Yeah, like people like Asmongold, right? Like what are they even gonna do? Like nobody's gonna watch them, they're only gonna play WoW and not like react to their stuff, right? I mean, all this issue that streamers have right, or all of these issues that streamers have right now don't really affect me too much. I mean, I just have to like be more careful about like song requests and stuff like that. But other than that, the stream's pretty much still the same, right?
It's good. You're right. Oh, great. Well, the unpleasantness to the...
Wait, what do you mean by that, Elo? But I mean, if you're listening to Mozart on stream, right, you should not have any problems, right? Or how does it work? I mean, it should be no problem, right, because it's copyright free, obviously. Song requests. I mean, 50% of them were like animal or word percentage conversions anyway, right? Which is fine. I mean, that was also fun. It was like a fun time. And hopefully we can go back to that pretty soon once like Twitch has proper bots to like mute stuff properly, right? You can't because the guy playing Mozart did the performance. Really? But if it's Mozart, but like from a like made by a copyright-free company, they're like copyright-free performance artists who play Mozart, for example. I mean, that should be no problem, right? Then I can't. Yeah. Just play it myself. What the heck? Just do like Dazzle Strike and play guitar on stream. Just make your own songs, easy. Mozart. I mean, yeah, Mozart in NCS does actually exist. I did look up some stuff today. There are like lots of classical NCS videos on YouTube. Lang. Copyright yourself playing music, yeah, right? I don't know. I think you should be fine to like play it if you can just buy it, right? Like if you buy it and then you have like the song, you have the right to play the song, then you should be able to should just play it. But right now, apparently, not even that's like possible, which is kind of fucked in my opinion. Are we having an announcement later? Yeah, we are. Why is that stream? It's a little bit laggy, right? Maybe it's too lag because of too many grimtools links open. Alright. Let me restart my browser again real quick. This was scuffed otherwise, I'm sorry. There we go. Also, welcome in Sorok, how are you? So, on my mouth outskirts have a shrine over here, right? Make sure to get this one. Over here. Alright, we have one of those, seems good. Synthesia. I've actually not checked that out yet. Is it good or is it not that great? I mean, if you say it's KW, it's probably not great.
Well, not.
I should probably get one purified salt instead, right? Instead of one of the cold stones. Just to get my Aetherus up to 80%. Just to be safe in this area. But then again, I mean, it's normal, right? I mean, if you're playing hardcore and you wanna go into Act 6, yeah, you should max out your Aetherus. And you should use, like, if you are in need of Aetherus like I am right now, then you can just craft the imbued silver, or rather the purified salt component. Imbued silver gives you like 50% bleed and 20% kills, and purified salt gives you 20% kills on the, I mean Aether actually, on the aura. So yeah, a purified salt in a weapon would be pretty great to give you like another 20% Aether resistance boost. I think I answered myself, then you don't stream it, others not able to. I mean, yeah, exactly, I could so. I didn't read the question because I didn't see it, because I was resetting my browser in that second, actually. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't stream 1080p because of that. I need to get a better computer first, or like an upgrade first, which I do plan to get this year at some point, hopefully. Yeah, so we had like, I did 2 runs, and I got a Thunderstruck of Frostbite and a Shield of Alacrity. Like, 2 out of 2 runs. I got 2 swords and both were like at least 1 cold effects and the other one even with Alacrity on top, right? So that's definitely good enough for 2 runs. I mean, you shouldn't like do more runs anyway, like while leveling. For endgame, sure, you want to like farm more of these until you get like better ones, but Until then, nah. Not really needed. I could have also went for chill strikes, but I did farm Janaxia once, like I killed her once, but I didn't get one. And I didn't really restart the game for her yet. I should probably like kill her once today. Try to get a good chill strike. Oh yeah, over here you have got across the mountain, which can hurt quite a bit if you have like bad armor or bad Aether Mass, or if you're like not able to perma-freeze them like I was. He has a chest monster frequent, or rather two actually. This is one of the two. This one is his fire chest, which is pretty decent, even with a Rime Frost prefix, which would be like bonus cold damage. And I get tons of resistances, as you can see. And we should probably keep it just for the resistances. But Fanatics over Code is like so much attack speed, right? It's pretty great as well, actually. This would give us Aether and Bleed and Stun resistance though. Like those three are basically the three that I need, right? It might be too good to pass on, right? To like not use those. Like look at those, right? Resistances are so much better with us. Yeah, probably switch around. Electros does acid damage. Oh yeah, he probably has acid damage as well now. You're right, actually. Maybe he actually has no Aether damage at all. I thought he was just like dealing Aether damage by default because he's like a ethereal vanguard guy, but he definitely does deal acid damage on top, yeah. That's true. Yo, Coffin Spirit, how are you? Welcome on. And Fibo, welcome on, welcome on. Casting speed for Force Wave. Oh, you guys were talking about that in like another stream, right? I have no idea. I mean, it might be like that. I have no idea. I've never tested it myself.
You better have it as far the Black Legion? You better have it as far as I know, we're as far as
I love this guy.
the Black I don't
Okay,
know.
let's stop trolling him.
This is yeah.
Oh, I got some beautiful music in here. Beautiful, beautiful music. Explorer's trousers. I mean, those are some good leveling trousers as well, if you don't have the locker set yet, right? It is for like the early levels. At around level 50 they start to fall off quite a bit, I would say. Wait, even better than what we found is the Praetorian chest code, right? Like, Praetorian is one of the best sets in the game as well, like around level 50, like a very generic, tanky set, so it's pretty good on... It's maybe not like super good on softcore, but it's really good on hardcore for sure. I mean, it's also good on hardcore, I mean softcore. So yeah, if you get that one, you should probably use it as well. Also, since I don't really need too much more pierce runs, right, I could just like put more points into Phantasmal Armor again. I think I'm not gonna use a Resilient Plating here on this chest, and instead use, for example, a Chance of Oleron, which gives me Entrapment Resistance, which I have 0 of so far, and also Movement Speed, as well as Offensive Ability, right? And this one got also buffed on the last patch, so it's pretty good now. And it was kinda good already on the last patch, but now it's a little bit better. Do I think Cold or Acid Night Blade leveling is stronger? I would say Cold is a little bit stronger, but Acid is really strong as well. I mean, I don't know. I think Acid has... Like, Acid was definitely weaker on the last patch, but on this patch Acid got like so many things as well. So I would say they're probably equal now, actually. But yeah, maybe Code is still like a little bit better. But they're definitely like more equal than before now. I just killed Janaxia and Bloom runs. That's true, yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't too much because I need the Blooms like more than I need Janaxia's chill strikes usually. But now on this patch it might finally be time to do it as well. Oh well, this guy is kind of random whether you can save him or not. And sometimes he just refuses to get saved. That's RNG, like, it doesn't matter which conversation choices you actually make here. But yeah, rest in peace. That's true, yeah. If you kill him, it's actually faster because you don't have to like talk to him again down in the sewers. That's true. It does speed up leveling a little bit if you actually are able to kill him. But still, it's kinda sad, right? We're gonna get AOM today, nice steady tactics. That's a good choice. I should probably not like turn around the camera too much on this area, right? Because you would just get lost here instead. I mean, you kind of have to go like over here, like from here, like this, right? These areas are a little bit scuffed with all the stairs, actually. I don't like them too much personally. Also, why did I not get the? Wait, did I forget to talk to Mr. A after? Oh well. So here we have a boss, right? Bollag. Basically like Galacross, but a little bit harder because you can't freeze him that well. But as long as you have good damage, he will just die, right? Fall over and die, actually.
I was
Wait.
You data mine before the patch even hits?
If you're serious, the Ethereum.
Yeah, we didn't do any of these wagons, right? Well, in Grim Dawn, I think it's kind of impossible to data mine unless you're a Praetorian, like unless you're a playtester, right? Before the patch hits, because like there is no data to be mined that you have any access to, right? Because it's like not a silver-based game, I guess. I don't know, maybe it is possible. Probably not. It's not near as autistic as Pewee. So people already know the OP builds of the next patch like a month before the patch actually hits or something like that?
Well, you were.
Crafting farmer needs incinerator. I mean, the only thing there is grimtools. That's like the only thing there is for Grim Dawn. It's pretty good, but it's not like that crazy. Patch notes and changes are hidden. Okay. Wait, what do you data mine them?
The outpost resistance had it.
Cold Night Blades are just insane damage with these Marketer swords as well. I mean, Poison Acid would be just as much damage if you have like good stuff on your gear, right? I should craft a runestone for my helmet, right? Let's do that real quick. Wait, where do you get runestone component again? The blueprint? That's like a faction component, right? I think so. Runestone. Hello, Kerbe. Welcome on, welcome on. Sir P. What do you mean, Sir P? I'm not playing any PPR. Oh, it's the Rovers faction item. Okay, let's check out the Rovers faction.
See anything you like?
So once you are respected with the Rovers, you can buy some stuff here, right? For example, the runestone as well. And then you learn these blueprints and then you craft them at the smith, right? And the runestone is pretty good for your helmet, for example.
Put it to good use.
Also, level 50 wanted to switch her to these pair of pants, right? But these will reduce my aether resistance, which hopefully is fine now with the runestone, right? Let's see, if you craft a runestone. So for a runestone you need 3 ward stones, which you can also craft. I think these are like a baseline craft actually. Or something like that. You can craft a runestone and you can put this into your head, right? To your forehead.
Safe storage.
But the question is, like, do we use Praetorian chest guard? Like, it has sick armor. I'm not entirely sold on it yet. If we had like 2 or 3 pieces of those, I would definitely use it, but like as a 1 piece, probably not actually. But Gauntlets of Ignafar, I mean, since we have these like blue pair of pants giving me like +2 to Night's Chill, I think it'll fine, like missing out on the +2 here. And this one does give me Fire and Chaos instead of Pierce, Poison, Elemental, which actually sucks. This would be so much more damage though, right? Actually, it's only attack speed. Maybe it's not even that great. It's not. I mean, it doesn't have like any cold damage on it, right? So it's not even that great.
Let's take a look, shall we?
The I equipped in grimtools would be insane. Wait, which one? I don't even remember myself which one I told you to get, or like told you to use. So we're gonna keep the item here and put the runestone in here. This is gonna give me 10%, or 12% Aether Rest actually, so Aether Rest is pretty much max now. I mean, almost. So we should be good for Act 6 now. This one. Inquisitors of Arcane Balance. I mean, it is pretty good, right? But I guess now with the new patch you can get even crazier ones, right? But the Inquisitor's Prefix did roll +2 Rune of Hagarad, and Arcane Balance did roll +3 Inquisitor's Zero, so the skill bonuses are still insane. Yeah, like the skill bonuses are insane. The percent cold damage is maybe not insane, but the skill bonuses are actually insane. You got 3 chill strikes in total. Yeah, I mean, no, just use it. I think just use it. I think it's fine. It should be good enough. Like, +3 Inquisitive Seal as well makes it like really tanky. I think it's actually really GG. Oh, it's the one you need, it's not the one you have? Oh. Well, yeah. I thought you already have it. Well then, good luck, yeah. Oh, Inquisitors doesn't even exist anymore? Rest on pieces. I'm gonna go into this tomb here a little bit later. Because there's like another quest attached to it that we don't have yet. Oops. I want the Aether Crystal kinda. Give me that. Yeah, here we have Flesh Weaver Haraxus. This guy has like 3 spawn locations in Monmouth, the Sea Cap District / Harbor. And I was gonna say he's a pretty scary boss and you have to like be careful about him, but he just died in like 2 seconds anyway, so I guess if you have good enough deeps then it doesn't really matter too much. Death to GD Stash 1. Wait, I'm such a pega, did I not talk to him? Oh my god, yeah. If you talk to him, he gives you like a quest to search for... Okay, let's go the other way then, at least. So that we didn't go like the same way twice. And we will have to go the same way twice anyway, right? But there is like a door note in here, right? There's this abandoned weapons, arcane weapons that you have to get as well over here. And let's talk to him again. There we go. Now we will have to find and open Richter's stash. That's like the least favorite part for you in the game. Act 6, you don't like it? I just don't like the stairs. Like everything else looks pretty cool here. And also the like the door is pretty good here as well, I think. But yeah, the stairs can be really annoying. Now this icon will show up here, and if you have like a dynamite with you, then you can get Richter's stash. And if you don't have a dynamite with you, right, you just go over here into this corner over here, and there's always a guaranteed dynamite spawn here. So basically, you cannot miss this Richter's things, right? Unless you don't talk to Richter like I did. Yeah, exactly. A mechanical engineer. Also welcome in, welcome in. And hello Hypno, how are you? Like this platform. So there are like two groups of people. That's group number 1. And group number 2 is like over here. You gotta save these as well. No, over here actually. Let's get the bomb, blow up the door, and then we're gonna go. Then we're gonna go back to the Seacap district to talk to some people, some NPCs, to give us some side quests, such as, for example, the Yvonne's quest, right? Hey Gigi, welcome in, welcome in. At least it's not as lag as it used to be, that's true, yeah. They did increase performance quite a bit.
Captain,
So she tells me to take a look at the bounty table, instead of giving me their expected quest, right? Okay, that's... Right, she tells me...
I'm planning a new push against the ethereals, but my people are not all prepared yet. In the meantime, be a deer and slay some more mutants for me. Or perhaps take a look at the bounty table.
And then we check the bounty table, right? And the bounty table says... I can't do bounties yet, like...
I'm planning a new push against
What
the
are you saying,
ethereals, but
Karenia?
my
Are you
people
drunk?
Not all prepared yet.
Question mark, question mark, question mark. Slay some more mutants, noob. Yeah, that's what she tells me basically, right? Okay, okay. But yeah, you gotta pick up these two quests here, Yvonda and Rivia, right? The Rivia quest is good for the Fleshworks, we're gonna go there later. But before that, we're gonna go and get Yvonda's memory, right? So Yvonda's memory will always spawn over here in this corner, but only if you have the quest, otherwise the chest won't be there. And now you can go back to Yvonda and talk to her and either give her back her memory or keep it. Right? Or you just do both at the same time, right? Because like if you keep it, you can go to her like special hideout basically, where she has her stash, right? So you can go over here to her hideout, which is in the, I don't know, this tomb, whatever tomb name this has. So you go down here, and if you have the memory in your inventory, there's gonna be a torch, a clickable torch. I mean, the torch is always gonna be there, but you can only click it if you have the memory with you, right? So you click it, and then this door will open. And now you go inside here, but you don't go inside the crypt yet. And then you go back to the Seacap district. And you give her back her memory, right? So now you completed this quest, you gave her back her memory, but you also managed to get into her place anyway, right? So you will get the reward from her, from like giving her back her memory, and on top of that you will get the achievement of like going to this place and also looting her stuff, right? So you basically get maximum loot and also like maximum achievements, right? I mean, her loot in here is actually not that great anyway. Usually you just do this like once for the achievement, and other than that, this place is kinda... Wait, she had like 3 chests and only one of them had like anything worth even picking up, right? What the heck? What? I mean, I guess we tried scamming her, but it was us who got scammed, right? Oh well. Also, we haven't checked out the remainder of this area yet, right? On this Tomb of Harold Mathis. Because there's one other point of interest in here, which is, well, more interesting on Ultimate, to be honest, than on Normal or Elite. Over here, you can go through here, right? And there's gonna be a hidden spawners here. And on Ultimate, but only on Ultimate, there is also gonna be a smith in here where you can gamble for legendaries. So if you would like to gamble, like if you have lots of materials to like spare, like more lots of like spare purple materials, purple mats, then you can go there and gamble for some legendaries. Gambling legendaries is never worth it. Yeah, it's pretty much never worth it though, that's true. Unless you gamble for, accessories, right? Accessories is kinda okay to gamble for, I would say. The other stuff though, I would not gamble for. I think the only type of item that's like worth gambling for is accessories. Because accessories kinda don't drop too much. And yeah, like some rings are pretty rare. For example, like void hearts, for example. If you need rings like those, they can be kind of hard to get. I mean, obviously you cannot get rings like alchemist rings or magi rings from gambling. At least not as far as I know. But like other rare rings, such as like void hearts, for example, can be gotten through gambling, for example. You just hit it hard enough, just like I hit my old cam. Indeed, indeed. Just hit your cams. Just hit your Inquisitor's prefix. Right? So Inquisitor's prefix does exist, right? It does still exist. You just didn't hit grimtools hard enough. Yo, Limeys, hello, hello. Welcome in, hello. What's the announcement? We'll see. Give me a sec, guys. Do they still update this game? I mean, we literally got a patch last week, so yes. They do. Never carry. Also, welcome into the stream. Welcome in, welcome in. Cam Monkas. Cam's dead. Cam is back. Cow in a pie. Nice name. How are you? For more Death Knight, to what level do you think I should switch from Force Wave to Cadence? I switched at 90, but I feel so weak. You switch to cadence whenever you find a cadence weapon, I would say. Such as Leviathan or... I mean, there's like a good 2-handed cadence weapon now actually, from the Voldrak troll, right? The boss from Smaragd's Pass over here. Right, you just kill the troll boss at the end of this, and he has a pretty nice 2-hander for cadence now. For physical cadence. Or, like, once you find a Mind Warp, for example, you can play Aether Cadence. Or a Warborn, like Warborn set. Pretty good as well for cadence. The Aether Warp Cleaver from Pod Vabry, from the Aether boss in Pod Vabry, right? From the Flash Hulk in Pod Vabry is pretty good as well. Like, if you don't have weapons like those, then I would just stick with yeah, I would just stick with Force Wave until then. Yeah, even if you have Kriegset, like Kriegset alone doesn't really make cadence like crazy strong on its own. Like Krieg is rather a blitz set, right? Wait, we didn't destroy all three? Oh yeah, oops, I forgot the first one actually. Let's go back here and get the first Wind. Southern Wind. Other blitz builds. Markovian set as a blitz set, for example. Krieg set has 0 armor. You're confusing that with the low card set. Krieg set is an endgame set. And Krieg set has pretty good armor, I would say. It's a level 94 set actually, it's not a level... Yeah, you're confusing that with the low card set, yeah. Sign of Arcane Force. Oh yeah, if you wanna like play elemental cadence, but that doesn't work well with Krieg. Krieg is a like either physical or aether set, right? Yeah, like it's a little bit more on the aether side, but you can also use it pretty nicely for physical. And like you can use the Krieg set together with like the other items I said, right? Aether Warped Cleaver, the Voldrak's Crusher from Smaragd's Pass, Leviathan. Those all work pretty nicely for cadence. Or like Aether stuff, like Mind Warps for cadence. Mind Warp is pretty good for Aether cadence. Or I believe there's also like a... sorry, there's also like a blue 2-hander. Like a 2-handed Aether Axe. A blue 2-handed Aether Axe. It's pretty good for like Aether cadence as well. Or you could use Lucius's Monster Frequent, right? But that's rather like good for battle mages than for Death Knights actually. I mean, I guess it could also work on Death Knights, but... Oh wait, there's no shrine in here in normal, right? I was getting excited for a shrine, but there's no shrine here actually. Oh well, at least we have some hidden spoils here. Yeah, shield is fine. I mean, you can farm the shields, like you can even vendor farm shields, right, for Death Knights. The vendor and Steelcap District, like Steelcap District has like 2 vendors, right, one faction vendor and like another generic vendor. The generic vendor in Steelcap District can always sell you like these flesh warped bulwarks that you get from these flesh hulks here in Act 6, right, or like from the, I don't even know what their name is, but like the big flesh hulky guys, right. Like Colossal Fortresses, etc. It's like the Colossi, I guess. Colossi. However you pronounce that. And like these behemoth guys, for example. And you can just vendor farm with the vendor, which means that like, you go there once, right? You check out the vendor. If he has no good items that you don't like, you just reset the game, and then the vendor will reset as well. So you can like just reset the game over and over and over and over, and always check the vendor until you get a shield that you would like to use. It's pretty good. Space giraffe. More like space elephant, right? Ethereal elephants. Okay, this guy died pretty quickly as well. He got literally executed, right? What's the chance I use this now? 23%? Sounds good. Executed like Wilson. Yeah, you can also reset the whenever the retreat track, that's true. It's just like harder to explain. But because I don't properly know how it works actually. But yeah, Sorok might be able to explain it to you properly. I just reset the game. That's like good enough for me. This guy, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you save him or don't save him. I don't think he has any impact on the game. At least not yet, maybe in the future. Okay, that's not really hard either. I wonder how will you survive in high difficulties. Did you do Steps of Torment, Bastion of Chaos and normal? I did Steps of Torment, I did not do Bastion of Chaos yet. But you're gonna do this guy here. Right, Theoden. And I mean, he's just gonna die as well, right? But yeah, I'm gonna do Bastion of Chaos and the other dungeons, probably like right after this actually. And here's like one more phase. Easy clap. Wait, whoops. No, I don't want to use a two-hander. Yes. Please game. I'm gonna play some Tetris here, right? Some Tetris at least. Okay. By the way, this boss has Theoden Marcel's, like the heart of Theoden Marcel, right? This one is really good for like Spellbinders, Death Knights, Battle Mages as well. If you don't want to play Cadence, but rather want to play Flesh Warped Strikes, which is a default attack replacer as well, so that's really great as well. Can be also used instead of like Cadence on, yeah, like Death Knights or Battle Mages until you get like Mind Warps, for example. Not a single legendary though. Oh well. I mean, we're gonna get a guaranteed legendary from like handing in the quest though, right? At least we're gonna get that. Yeah, what was your time, Sorok? Like 5 hours? Right. You were like crazy fast with that played. I don't think any of this is actually good. These are actually good though. Empowered Hermits, Leg Guards. They have like all damage, HP, OADA, Pierce Runs, Wit Runs. Wait, they lost their Experience though, right? Didn't these like used to have experience bonuses as well? Hmm. Maybe they're not that great though. I don't think they're better than what I'm using right now, right? Shrewd of the Inside, yeah. Screw the Shrewd, right? Not really, like, Shrewd is actually better now than before. Because it does give you like higher bonuses. Also Resistant of Nature's Bounty might be pretty good actually. Might be better than Anchorites even. Also this is Stonehide of Prowess. Why am I setting these? I should at least take a look at them, right? Like green items are pretty good now. Ah, these are bad. Mystic of the Winterstorm. Yeah, I mean, if this had like a better prefix, it would probably be better than Shade Leather Dragons, actually. Dread Lords of Attack, Aether Fire of Haste. I mean, Aether Fire of Haste is actually bad, but Overseer's prefix. Wait, isn't Overseer's prefix like Fizzras and Stunras? It's pretty good as well. But we would lose Chaos Runs, and this thing has lots of Chaos Runs, right? The Anchorites. SLT. Just love an elite ultimate. Yeah, true, you didn't do the normal devotion stuff, right? I you did only do some of them, okay. Yeah. I mean, what I'm doing usually for speed leveling is like a little bit more devotion and reputation efficient, but not really like purely about speed, right? So what you did is probably better for pure speed, right? I mean, Anchorite is still too good, right? If this wasn't of Psyche, but like a better suffix, I would use this for sure. Overseers is a really nice prefix.
See you around.
Carry on Lean, thanks for the follow. Also, Neda Visni was also following earlier today. Thank you guys for the follows. I have no idea why alerts are like Pepega today. Wait, why are the alerts also Pepega? Like these swords did buff Reaper quite a bit for like cold damage. That is indeed true. Yeah, not sure, like maybe Reaper is pretty good now as well for like cold damage. It was kinda meh before, but might be good now. Do you think Dwayne Essence / Empyrean Bow Suppressor could work at any level? Where you just suck them off while the balls spawn them from behind. I guess. I've like I don't know how the atomization fits together right now. I mean, we have like 295 plus 120, right? We have like pretty much 420 damage, right, with each weapon on execution right now. That's why it's hitting like a truck. Yeah, I know, Sarok. I think his is already like leveled up, right, to max, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious to see how it will perform. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Either way, let's continue here, right? So we have actually gotten no legendary from the quest, or did we? No, never mind, we just didn't
So it is
hand it in yet.
finished.
So we got Dawn Shard
The
Podrons.
demise of this fiend, a
Which are actually
major
pretty good.
pedestal in the ethereal
I might use it.
hierarchy crumbles.
Can't afford to underestimate.
I'm talking about.
So Dawn Shard rather, not the Bone Shard. Dawn Shard Pauldrons have 922 armor, 4% Physicalness in this case, 42 Aetheress, Vitality to Air Muscle Conversion, which I don't think I have any Vitality damage though, but it's still good. I'm gonna lose +2 Iskandras and +2 Elemental Awakening, right? But that's fine, I think. Yeah, it's definitely fine. That's a huge jump for my armor at least.
Let's take a look.
I didn't really do a new tier list for this patch yet though, but for beginner builds I don't think it has changed much, if at all actually. Maybe stuff like Reaper has definitely become a little bit better, but other than that, or like Nightblades in general have become a little bit better, I would say. Like Reapers, Dervishes, Witch Hunters, all three have become a little bit better, I would say. But I mean, still note that like all classes, like geared right, can be like very, very good for pretty much all content, right? Or rather, like the tier list would look very different for like min-maxed endgame builds, right? The tier list that I made is supposed to be for like solo self-owned beginner stuff, right? Also, Joe Bob, thanks for the follow, welcome on. Dies X constantly. Wait, did you die again in Ground Zero? I hope not. So we got the Black Legion, Black Iron Dogs quest rather. Haven't died since the last time? Nice. And the Black Iron Dogs are over here, so we're gonna walk over there again, and this is kinda... Well, I should have maybe reset the game so that we have at least some enemies to fight while we're going for this route. Also the Dawnshot Pauldrons have a proc, right? I haven't talked about this yet. They have a proc that reduces enemy damage for, well, 2 seconds by 8%. Which is not amazing, but it's something. I mean, Ashes is like the first thing you should buy if you want to buy anything more than vanilla, because Crucible is very optional, I would say, and Forgotten Gods requires Ashes of Marmoth anyway, so yeah. If you only have the vanilla game and you want to buy another DLC, then AOM, the Ashes of Marmoth DLC should be like the first thing you should buy. Purifiers. Yeah, I should have like made
The mission is for now.
probably made a clip around that, or like a not a clip around that. There are clips around those, obviously, but I should have made a command around those, right? But yeah, this was the vendor I was talking about before, right? This guy can sell you shields. He doesn't right now, but he should have the shields listed here under armor, right? Yeah, but he does. There's certainly have the ability to sell you these type of shields.
Put it to good use.
Yeah, let's continue with some dungeons, right? First of all, let's do Bastion of Chaos. Nah, Crate will not do a second Kickstarter for Grim Dawn 2. I mean, they have, like, enough money now, I think. They don't need to do another Kickstarter now. And I think they also said that they're not gonna do another Kickstarter, right? They should be, like, financially independent enough now. Still no browser game. Kickstarter. Indeed, indeed. Alright, 40 scrap. This is kinda expensive. But I also have like 2 new devotion points, right? Which I did not apply at all yet. I probably want to aim for Ultos next, right? Probably. Maybe also Rowan's Crown. So for Rowan's Crown, we need more purple, right? Maybe not. Let's just get the Blizzard notes first. Like the Amatok notes are really, really good actually. They give you like lots of damage, especially like early on. Yeah, what Chat said, you just need Forgotten Gaunt's expansion, but once you have it, it can drop anywhere. Unless it's like a monster infrequent, right, which then will be marked by dropped from, and then it will tell you like which boss it is, right? Or like which enemies it is. Quick zone, that's well. Only like 5 people answering already. Nice. I have a Pega, right? I need to craft keys. I don't have a key with me probably. Oh, never mind. I still have Magdrogon's key, right? Yeah, I have Magdrogon's key. Easy clap. Yeah, because I was talking to Magdrogon before taking the shrine in the Ancient Grove, right? And he gave me a key, but I didn't even go into the Ancient Grove to beat it. I'm using your key for Bastion of Chaos instead. Take that, Magdrogon. Don't copy the name when you copy the pasta. Yeah, Bastion of Chaos is a solid experience for sure. This is one of the best dungeons for experience, because it's one of the best for nothing else. I think it's one of the worst actually. Except for XP, right? Like, I don't know, I just hate Bastion of Chaos because it's so slow and clunky. But like per key, it is the longest dungeon, right? So it does give you like the most experience per key, I would say. So if you want like most value out of your key, you should do Bastion of Chaos, right? Both for experience, as well as for like loot, I guess, like random loot. These could be good, right? These could be really good, actually. Poison Chaos, Slow, Lightning Rush. So I would just need more Fire Rats. Also +2 Lethal Assault instead of +2 Night Chill. I think that's a fair trade. I would have less Avoidance, but like also less Slow Rush, which is pretty good. Yeah, I think these greens are really solid. Let's put, yeah, Ancient Armor Plate or Mutated Scales, like both are pretty good, doesn't really matter which one you use. Both are around the same power level, I would say. At this level, like later on, Ancient Armor Pit is definitely better. Mutated scales fall off quite a bit. How many pounds in your execution? Right now it's like as many as I can get there. I think it's 13 points, yeah. So it has a 23% chance to be used. So execution with these weapons has around 420% damage. You just need to get lucky and get like back to back. It's on the execution route. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about now, like with these new pants, is my fire restaurant. Like lighting and cold are sick, but fire is kinda meh. Yeah, 415 actually, yeah, exactly. Hello Lashka Chemist. Thank you, man. Welcome in, how are you? Dropping fire rest right before Sharzul, yeah. Just don't get hit, right? I should probably like re-equip it. Like re-equip the other pounds right before Sharzul, to be honest. I mean, I still have them, right? I can just switch around back to the blue ones before Sharzul. Russian chemist? Yeah, I did. I'm a chemist myself. I mean, I'm like a... I used to study like biochemistry and chemistry. Now I study bioengineering, which is a little bit of chemistry still, but not too much. But right now I'm, I don't know, mostly studying Grim Dawn, I guess. Hey Deck, Dop 1000 and Atakan, how you guys doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Also Kingston Beer is here. How is this? So is this how a working build looks like? I mean, this is how a working from scratch beginner build would look like, yeah, for example. I mean, all of these items are solo set found, so there's no like gear use from like other characters on this gun. I mean, basically how you make builds in Grim Dawn work in general is you max out your resistances, right? It's like, you need to do that always on like every character, right? There's like no way you're allowed to get away with not maxing out resistances. Hey, we're just gonna use Empowered Anchorites, right, at level 58. Okay, easy. And then you need to like focus on like 1 or 2 damaging abilities, such as Execution, Lethal Assault, right? Resistance reduction on Night's Chill, for example. You need to max out those abilities to the max, and then like either soft cap or like put certain abilities to like a sweet spot for like all the other abilities, right? And then you have a working build basically. Powered Melody, what is this? That's trash. Just gotta play some Tetris here. I'll be done any second. Any hour. So the Aether Reaper, nice, yeah. It does look pretty nice, pretty promising as well, yeah. Like 49 RR on 1 point with Weight of Shadow, right? Like, I mean, sure, you can like still soft cap Weight of Shadow for the aura, like for the range, the radius, and the minus away. Hello Igor, welcome on. Softcore for a change? Wait, who? Are you playing softcore? I'm not playing softcore. Have the same points for VIP. I'm 2 years away.
I can't open.
Not really any great items so far. What the heck? Oh yeah. But we're gonna get a level after killing Sharzul, right? That's for sure. So let me switch around to these pair of pounds back. Right? This will give me more fire resistance. And Sharzul has... well, he even has an incinerator, right? But, I mean, he just died, right? I mean, not incinerator, but like the blue, right? Sharzul's furnace. Right, maybe those are good actually. Yeah, let me drop this shield. Other one's Wrath. Nah. Skill points to Lethal Assault and Night Shield are so good though. Nothing of that's really good for me, right? The Gladiator is a shield as well, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So once I'm 100, I start to farm places that are easy for me, and specific bosses that drop loot I need, right? Yeah, basically, that's what you do. Exactly. I was reading Blooms to not have to show my shit builds to anybody. DMCA caused a total blue market crash. I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, at least, like, looking at builds is not getting... will not get you banned by DMCA, right? I still have 100 armor boots. I should probably take, like, use other boots, right? Probably. Such as these, or the blue ones here, right? Like, if somebody hits me on my foot, I'm gonna die, right? Which is... Not really realistic, but that's how the game works, right? We have a of kings here as well. I already forgot how much you have to look at items in SSF found. I'm just gonna use empowered anchorites right instead. High Concealer's Coat plus 3 Lithra Salt. I mean, yeah, I'm sold. I don't even care about the rest. Poison, Elemental rest. I'm gonna lose Aether, Bleed, Stun though. Yeah, whatever. Just don't get stunned, right? Just don't get stunned. Of Alacrity. That is juicy. Pierce Poison Root. What do I even need? I mostly need Blade, and that's that, right? Poison, Wit, Elemental. Pierce, Poison, Wit. I need the Elemental kind, alright. This one is really good though. Like, Dreadlords is always lifesteal, Alacrity is always attack speed. These fit well pretty nice. Alacrity is useless if everything dies in one hit. That's kinda true though, yeah, you're right. Also, we have like better gloves anyway now. I mean, better shoulders now anyway. We can sell these. I'm still gonna use these at level 15, right? So this will make me lose Poison Rouse, which is fine. Yeah. Pierce Aether. Anchorites is super good. Okay, which kind of boots am I gonna use though? Just use Warding of Kings, right? Aether Res and Stun Res. Oh, Resistant to Wave and Sweat also has Stun Res actually. Even more Stun Res. Also Lightning, Poison, Elemental. Yeah, maybe these are even better actually. So what do you put here? Mark of the Traveler, right? Yeah, that seems good. Okay, does she have another quest for me? Wait, she doesn't. Oh, well, I guess we're skipping Blood Library then, if she doesn't have a quest for me.
Tinkering is my specialty. Goodbye for now.
So we have 18 points at Lethra Assault already, that's huge as well.
Let's take a look.
Wait, do I have 70 points of Circle of Slaughter? I guess I have around these two. Yeah. So let's do Ancient Grove as well. Ancient Grove, and then we just do Act 7, right? You can skip the Verbary. I mean, everybody knows what Verbary looks like, right? It's pretty laggy. I have a key actually, nice. Hey Kazimura, how are you, man? W. Also welcome in Cosmic Whale, how are you? D3 has a new season even, oh my god, it's gonna be the same but before, with like one more item. Right? No, they have like 2 sets, right? They have 2 sets. Like the whole new season has everything about 2 new sets. Like what do you even do? Like do you not play the other classes? I don't know. You get the set for free, hell yeah, that you don't even have to play the game to get the set, nice. Like you literally, like if you play D3, right, you literally don't even have to play the game to play D3. The game just plays itself, like that's what it's designed to do. Kinda. So in Arcanist I wanna go for Planification. As fast as possible, right? This is pretty pog. Also like a debuff, or like rather not a debuff, it's a cleanse rather, right? That cleanses yourself from debuffs and also cleanses enemies from buffs. So that's very nice against lots of enemies actually. Hey Circle, welcome in. And Pity Uomo, welcome in. Yeah, D3 I think does pretty much give you items for free kinda. I mean, even if it's like not like that, you have to do like one super simple quest or something like that, and you're gonna get like the full set or something like that. I don't know, D3 is kind of scuffed. But I mean, the combat is still good in D3, like combat is still like the strong side about D3, right? But like items and theory crafting, no. Don't even play that game for that if you want to do that. What's the point then? Yeah, I don't know. What's the point of D3? So the Ancient Grove, right? This dungeon has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of interest, I would say. Or like bosses slash points of interest, right? So this was point of interest number 1, right? The Trials of Corruption. Actually it has 6 points of interest, right? Point number 2 of interest is this shop over here, Vinerton, which can also sell you blueprints, such as Whisper of Secret. Like, it has like a pretty big pool of items that you can roll blueprints out of, right? And you can like buy like Prismatic Diamond, Shadow of Baranoth even. Wait, we got Shadow of Baranoth and Prismatic Diamond here? That's Pog Champion, holy shit. We're gonna craft those to ASAP once we're out of this dungeon, right? 55 on both as well. I mean, 55 is gonna be huge for this character. I should have also like checked the... I mean, I have no iron buds anymore, right? I have no iron buds left, right? I mean, I could buy these actually. Wait, Charged of the Glacier with Star Pact? I mean... okay. I mean, I don't have Star Pact yet though. I don't have enough iron for this though. And I can't sell stuff here. Kick W. I can't even buy it. Oh well. I don't need it. This would have been sick though. I should have not bought like these random purple ones that I don't need anyway. Should have just bought these 2 and pepper hands, dude. Oh well. Just gonna get a good living ring, hopefully. Should craft more. More badges of masteries, you mean? Yeah, maybe they're like good to craft now again, right? Because you get good effort. I mean, no, it's a legendary, right? What am I saying? Yeah, this is point of interest number 3. This boss which just died. He has a monster infrequent as well, which he actually did not drop, right? Slathzar's Crest is pretty nice if you like play Aether / weapon damage based penalties, right? Then that's point of interest number 4. Gulgazor. Or like boss of interest rather. He also has him in MI, which can be pretty good for like dervishes, for example. Or if you wanna like play Acid Infiltrate for some reason, then it's also good for that. But it's like mainly good for dervishes, I would say, or like witch hunters. No, it's actually only good for dervishes, right? Yeah, it's RF, it's not like lethal assault or something like that. So yeah, it's a good dervish amulet basically. Also, you should always click on these tree stumps, because they have like a pretty good chance to give you Agdam Blooms, and Agdam Blooms are one of, if not the most important purple meta in the game. You need for lots of endgame stuff to craft, so you should pick up all of them. Boss of interest number 5 is this red crab which just ran away from me. It's always running. I have no idea why. Also, we have an ancient savage totem in here, which could be scary, maybe. Yeah, I mean, if the boss joins in, then this might be a little bit scary here. Let's just use a mirror and kill the boss in the meantime, right? No, then we already killed everything actually. And you get lots of loot here again. Most of which is gonna be trash, but at least you can sell that stuff and it's gonna be like pretty nice iron butts for you, right? Is it fine for you, Atakan, if I take a look at it later? Like after I'm done with this sort of cell phone stuff? Or maybe we can do it between, like after this dungeon actually. I know, just do it after this dungeon, it's fine. Yeah, this is a point of interest number 5, by the way. There's like a secret road here, like a secret spot here, which has also a earned cluster which you need to attack to get the totally normal Dawn Shard. This is like a one-time drop per difficulty per character in this dungeon. It's like one of the totally normal shields, just like the other one. This one has +1 Demolitionist. So it's like a wannabe shield, so it's not really a shield, obviously. You finally returned the Aether weapon yesterday. It's gonna be interesting, it's gonna be spicy. Which single class do I like the most? It's very hard to say. As a single standalone mastery, probably either Nightblade or Arcutus, to be honest, or even Demolitionist. Like those 3 are probably my favorite. And then like Oathkeeper being like number 4 or something, I don't know. I basically like all classes in Grim Dawn. I don't like Shaman, Soldier and Inquisitor too much, but the others I like a lot. Yeah, this is the dungeon boss here, by the way, which can be really scary on high difficulties, but on normally it should be kinda easy, right? Kinda easy, I said, almost died. Not really, but you saw that I used the Mirror of Erectiles when these plants hit me, right, with their fire projectiles, right? This guy, the second phase, can spawn these plants, and these plants have projectiles, and if they hit you, they reduce the resistance cells. And also the second phase can spawn like volcanoes, but if you like kill them fast enough, you won't even spawn them. And once he spawns volcanoes, you have to like Well, like run around and like not stand on top of them, because otherwise they will just shotgun you, right? Arcanist is fun, but it's not like one of my favorites, I would say. Somewhere in the middle, probably. So this guy gave us a legendary item actually, Thorn Girl of the Misty Glade, which is pretty good for like bleed and acid characters, I believe. Other than that, it's pretty meh. At least for those characters it can be good. But we are level 55, right, so we can do a pretty nice gear change here. So, anyway, where were we? We were here and we were about to craft 2 new components, as well as equip this new metal, right? So, this new metal is gonna give us some pretty nice bonuses to ABB, right? Which doesn't really matter that much, but like the other stats on this metal is also like are also a lot better than what we had before, right? More HP, more spirit, more damage to undead, more cold damage, and also slow resistance. And slow resistance is pretty good on our blades. This does mean though that I'm gonna use another of my augments on this, and also I need to get a new component, right? A ward stone, that's what I wanted to craft here. For the metal to get my bleeding resistance up as well as my movement speed, right? So let's craft one of these ward stones here, use this here on the metal. And then also equip the emblem of the Rift Stalker here. Yeah. We can port around again. And also I'm gonna try to craft the other 2 things, right? So we had Shard of Bernath. These are gonna be expensive to craft actually. This one needs Oleron's blood. Am I even allowed to craft Oleron's blood yet? Where do we get Oleron's blood? So, Shard of Bernath and Prismatic Diamond, right? Hey, Vininja, how are you? I'm putting your Soul Sapphire and Vitality Conjurer build. I've noticed that my damage is a bit too high and I'm one-shotting mobs with Body Pox. This means it won't spread. Do you think it's worth pulling points out of Pox wasting and investing anywhere else until monster HP scales up? I mean, yeah, if you have Pox maxed and wasting maxed, you can consider putting Pox down to a 1-pointer, but I would still like have wasting maxed, because wasting is just too good. Or you could also, yeah, you could also turn off Gore, what you read inside. If you turn off Gore here, then Pox will still spread even if you killed an enemy already. That's a little bit cheaty, I guess, but it does work pretty well.
See anything you like?
And it's not cheating, right? It's just clever use of game mechanics. That's what it is. Here we got a ring of Gargaball actually. Mighty Gargaball of Arcane Blaze, which is pretty bad for my build, unfortunately. Yeah, let's start this metal. Also, we got this avatar of Order, which has Aether and kills rust, so that's not bad. But other than that, it's not really amazing either. Also, the Dawn Shard thing is kind of a pega, right? So what you can do also is, if you don't like your legendary items around, you can just dismantle them with dynamite, and then you get some materials, right? You should never ever sell legendaries, I would say, because legendaries are like Or rather, the components that you can get out of legendaries are too good. Unless you need like lots of iron builds, right? But usually I would say that you should always like sell greens and blues, but always blow up legendaries. And if you want like more components, you can also like blow up blues, and if you want more iron builds, you could also sell legendaries, but I would not advise you to do that. Let's put all of these into my stash actually, like to my personal bag here. Otherwise I never know like how many components I actually have. At least the crafting stuff. So I mean I have like what 5 seals, right? The problem is that prismatic diamond, for example, prismatic diamond will need an arcane spark. An arcane spark needs like 12 seals, right? So there were 2 more things I wanted to do, right? First of all, I wanted to actually kill Genaxia while going to the Ancient Grove. I didn't do that, because Genaxia can drop you Chill Strikes, right? Chill Strikes are pretty good. They are probably one of, if not the best, green weapons for Spellbreakers, right? You have these Malkadar weapons, which are really good. But Chill Strikes can be even better for, at least for Spellbreaker and Infiltrators, I would say. Malkadars are definitely like the best ones for Reapers though. In your Necro video, you didn't say where to put points for attributes, all for Zik?
Well met.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, Necro video is pretty old. I probably have to do a new one at some point. Hiki, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Why are you keeping the blacksmith plants? Aren't they unconscious? Yeah, they are. But I'm kind of like simulating solo cellphone, right? So I kind of want to only craft what I found on this on this build, right? So that's why I'm keeping them, so that I know what I'm like kind of allowed to craft on this character in specific, right? But yeah, in general, they are obviously account shared, and whatever you find, you can use on other characters. Like you can also craft on other characters, right? So yeah, this was bullshit. We didn't get a chest drive. Then we farm some Chthonian seals real quick, and then we're gonna start out with Act 7. So the best place to farm Chthonian seals is the Tomb of Korvac over here, because you will have lots of these like cultists down here there, and I mean yeah, they drop lots of seals for you. Yeah, this guy is only using gear he's finding himself. He's only using gear, blueprints, etc. that he's finding himself basically. French in chat, bonkers. So yeah, already 3 seals, right? Pretty good. Four seals, nice. 5, what the heck is this run, dude? Okay, this is pretty crazy. Like sometimes you go here and you don't get a single seal, right? We got like what, 6 now already? That is pretty crazy. I need like one more, and then I can craft at least like the prismatic diamond or like either one of those 2 items, right? Hate seal farming so much. Yeah, seals are probably like the second most important component in the game, right? It's like the one that you have to like farm the most after Acton blooms, right? So we're still at 11, right? We need yeah, the ghouls over here don't drop them, but these guys will drop them, so let's go over here and kill these guys. Like the problem with the seals is that there's only like a small amount of enemies like a small group of enemies that drop them, right? It's not even Chthonians themselves, it's only cultists, right? So yeah, we might as well just reset here again and farm them once more, because 11 kinda sucks. Kill 25 Larius and Janax now. Alright, good luck. I keep making unfinished builds, so they usually get me like 10. They get you 10 seals, and then you don't need any seals for the components. Yes. Well, I mean, yeah, if you don't finish builds, then you don't need seals around. That's true. It should be possible to craft seals as an occultist. That would be a nice feature, yeah. That would probably make occultists like OP, but that would be a nice touch, yeah. Indeed. But like every time you craft one, you will accidentally like summon a Chthonian and then you have to kill it, right? Or he will kill you. Because there are seals of binding, kind of. Like you're bound to, like you're binding the monsters to your will, stuff like that, right? I think that's what they use them for, right? These cultists use the seals of binding to, I'm not sure, are they like used to bind the cultists to Chthon, or are they used to bind the Chthonian mobs to their control? I'm not sure what they're actually used for. What's the lore behind them? Read the flavor text. Oh, they have a flavor text. Citrus used by the Pilot of Chthon to bind powerful creatures to the. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the other thing. But that's true. They use the mob, like they use it to bind the mobs to their power. Yeah. $3K hours into the game, by the way. Didn't read all the flavor texts, what the fuck. Or rather, I did read it at some point, like probably like 3K hours ago when I first played the game, but I forgot. And ever since then, I haven't read it again. Oh, another one, nice. Also, there's a chest down here, by the way. I forgot about this on the last run. So, let me really quick check out where I can buy Arcane Spark. And also Oleron's Blood, right? Where I can get the blueprints for those.
See anything you like?
Dude, it's like mind control, right? If you use the seal, you would be able to control like the Chthonian's mind. You would like be able to have pet Chthonians. Why does it not work like that? Spellbreaker game. Spellbreaker game, Spellbreaker player, right? Seems good. Okay, so grimtools should be loaded. Arcane Spark blueprint. We get Arcane Spark blueprint in. Or rather from the Black Legion, okay. And all around blood from the Black Legion as well. Okay, that's easy enough, I would say. Let's go to the Homestead Rift here. 15 Storm Strifes and 4 Chill Strifes. Well, you didn't pray hard enough, right? So let us get to those blueprints, Oleron's Blood, and yeah, let's just get everything out. Or rather, I probably already bought these, right? Yeah, that's one thing that's getting a little bit tricky here. Yeah, whatever. I have them nowadays. So, I can craft some stuff here. I can craft a prismatic diamond, and I can craft a Alderon's blood / shard of Baron after it. Shard of B needs 9 Aether shards, though I have 4. Aether shard. Okay. Alderon's blood. Yeah, this one also needs 12 seals, right? So what do I do? I think I'm gonna do the diamond first, actually. So the diamond needs a arcane spark, right? Arcane spark, 4 soul shards, we have 42. 4 chilled steel, we have 80, and 4 ectoplasm, we have 15. 12 Chthonian seeds of binding, we have 15, and 12k. Okay. So we can craft this, and then we need a diamond, right? The diamond needs, well, a wrath stone, which needs 3 lodestones and 3 aether crystals, right? Then we need like a dense fur, which needs one of these. I mean, yeah, I should have those, right? A rigid shell, a molten skin. These are like really easy to craft. And then a radiant gem, which needs 1 of each, and then 3 crystals again. Okay. And I also need an arcane lens, which I have. And the other things I crafted, right? Okay, so I'm allowed to craft this now, basically. And the prismatic diamond is gonna give me 4% HP, 18% elemental damage, 50% veterans, and also the prismatic rage circuit breaker. So whenever I drop below 50% HP, I'm gonna get 130 flat absorb and 10% total speed, and also 10% like multiplicative damage. So that's pretty good. Defensively and offensively. I mean, rather defensively, but yeah. So we're gonna use this on the helmet now. Put this here, there we go. And we're gonna start Act 7 now. Yeah, Atakan, this is a completely fresh start, basically. Rigid chill, rigid shit, what? So, resist the Cult of Dreig, right? We've chosen the Cult of Dreig already. On, I think, the first episode, right? To get the Rift Tear teleport ability. Just picking up these other 2 quests, and let's go. Serve the 3, yeah, dude. Which tree? Serve the tree. Hey Youngie, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Good evening, good evening. Did Plasma Strike already talk to you, or did he not? I didn't? Okay. Doesn't even stream Grim Dawn anymore. I mean, he does sometimes. Only sometimes though. I should like also maybe talk to the Druid guy around and get his quest. Like I have this assist the Druid card quest, but I didn't actually talk to him yet. Oops. Like I need to talk to the guy from Druid to be able to like know what I have to do, right? So we should do that first, right? To Kira. There she is.
Our seers.
Okay. So we gotta kill 15 Guardians of Ishtar, 15 Pack Hounds of Galfang, and 15 Okoloth Unchained, right? So Okoloth Unchained you will find down here in the Temple of Uzir. He does have the freshest hair though, that's true, yeah. Indeed, indeed. And there's a boss in here called Ramzul, which on higher difficulties can be really, really scary actually. But on this difficulty it should not be that important, like that hard to kill him. You don't really have to kill him for the quest, but you're just gonna do it anyway, right? Right, I'm walking the wrong way, right? Let's... Nearly died to him, yeah. He has like an insane DA reduction on higher difficulties. Has like 500 DA reduction or something like that. On top of also like resistance reduction to elemental resistances, I believe, and he's leading lightning himself, so yeah, he is very, very crazy strong actually. Gotta be really careful around him. He can be surprising. Yeah, that's another way to say it. He can be surprising indeed, he can surprise rip your character. But I mean, there's also another shrine in here, right? So there's always good reason to go to the Temple of Azure, actually. Okay, no items. Seems good. Yeah, this guy here. But I mean, if you just kill him, he can't kill you, right? 5 hit. Le baguette, baguette de fromage. Yeah, that's basically all the French I can like speak as well. Unfortunately. Also, the secret area over here has another shrine, actually. And it doesn't only have a shrine. It also has an urn cluster here, which you can open, and you will find Livanus' ring. And that is basically like the earliest leveling item that you can find. And it has like 24 elemental rust, 3% experience gain, 15% all damage. I would say that like around this level, it's not that great anymore, but like for earlier levels, it's pretty great. You can just also stash this and put it into your stash to like use it on other characters. Right, that's pretty good. So what do we need for ult toss? 3 more blue? And Watcher would be sick, right? Let's get Eel for now. Hey, so Prazo. Yeah, let's check out your build real quick. I've been pausing this VOD every now and then anyway, right? So let's... Yeah, you're welcome. Also, thinking about more devotions? No. I already put the devotion points somewhere, right? Yeah, Arcanist. So we're gonna get nullification on the next level, which is gonna be pretty great. Yeah, those daggers were Mad Queen daggers. Like, Mad Queen daggers have a different... like, Ravna's daggers are basically old Mad Queen's daggers, right? Or rather, they're both swords, right? They're not daggers, they're swords, often. Mad Queen's swords now have, like, a nice glow to them. That's pretty good indeed, yeah. I have like negative energy regen, right? Kinda. Look at this. So slow. He's from Bosnia, should do the check. Or from Croatia. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, we have done pretty much all the dungeons except for 2, right? We have not done the Podlagberry dungeon because that one just lags a bit. I mean, it's a fine dungeon. You can just do it. It's fine. Just do it if you would like to do it. And there's also the Act 7 dungeon over here, Tomb of the Morgonath, or like Tomb of the Heretic rather. And you obviously cannot go there yet. But there's also like a secret quest line you have to do before you can enter it. So we're just gonna do the secret quest line while proceeding there anyway. Like, you don't really know where to go to like places like those until you do like a secret quest line and like read some lore notes that they'll tell you where to go, etc. But since we already know, like I know where to go, we're just gonna go here anyway, right? Because this will just make it a little bit more efficient. Ancient Grove? Yeah, we did that. Yeah. We killed Gargaball as well. We killed Gargaball before he spawned his volcanoes, remember? Weber is the best dungeon lore-wise, though. That's kinda true, yeah. It is like the worst dungeon stair-wise, though, right? Has terrible stairs in it as well. Not picking up lore. I mean, after reading it like 10 times already, you kind of stop picking it up, that's true. Ruined Soul Saffron? I'm using my knowledge. I mean, if I was not using my knowledge while doing this, I don't think anybody would learn anything from watching this either, right? And also this would take like, I don't know, probably like 5 times as long. Omega lol. Grim Dawn's lore is pretty good actually, I like it. Grim Dawn's lore is pretty legit, I would say. At least for an ARPG. Like RPGs don't tend to have the best lore, right? But Grim Dawn's lore is pretty deep, actually. But you got Inquisitor's Chill Strife with Flames of Inga for bonuses through Inquisitor? Well. Oh yeah, ding ding ding, right. Ding ding ding, notification is here. So the question is, when do you use notification? Answer is, you just use it always, unless you want to save it for like a specific debuff or like a specific buff from the enemy, right? But also you don't really need to use it on trash, right? Of the Cabal, Omega Lure. Why don't you use this to pay respect? Is this the creative let's fuck up Protos's YouTube content spam? Nice. So this maggot can hurt a bit if you let him hurt you, right? Also don't underestimate this poison here, just use mirror for that. Once you are out of enemies to hit, you're not gonna be able to heal anymore, right? So you should just use mirror to avoid getting killed by the poison. Picked up the lore? Yeah, I did. I didn't read it though. Is there code RF? Yes, there's a conduit for that. Like a conduit of Divine Whispers, I think it's called, right? So you can, for example, use full death marked set together with that conduit. Or, I mean, you cannot use SR set obviously with it, but yeah, like full death marked and conduit, for example, works for like cold dervish. While with a chill strife you wouldn't be able to like go full death marked, but I mean, you don't have to, I guess. Alright, I'm just gonna get the portal here, and then we're gonna go to the Sand-Blown Ruins, which is a dungeon in here in the Karen Docks. It's around here. It has another quest attached to it, right? Because we have to find Anorak's brothers over there. Oh lord, Pog.
Well met.
Gus back, thanks for the follow. Welcome on, welcome on. And we're full already? Again? Come on, okay, let's go. Sell real quick. You wanna play PoE? What?
Come see what's left of my wares.
Oh, PoE is gonna happen on the 19th. Oh wait, we got the Fat and Mask here as well as Astral lag ramps, but actually both of them suck, right? Like Fat and Mask doesn't really suck, but Fat and Mask also is not really that amazing compared to Empowered Anchorite's Headguard at least. I mean, it would be better than what I'm currently wearing, but I'm not gonna like switch around this for like just 2 levels, am I? No. Also my Chaos would be scuffed then, right? My Chaos Red. Yeah, it would be scuffed actually. And Astral leg rubs are actually not good anyways. Empowered Berserker's Cowl though, it would be good, but it's very offensive, right? So I would probably... I mean, you would be fine like using it on softcore, right? But on hardcore I would probably advise you to not use it. Desecrator threads are decent as well, actually. They're not bad boots at all. But I think what I have is better right now. Hellion Greaves, yeah, if you're playing fire then you can use those.
See you around.
Empowered Obsidian Seal is actually a really nice defensive ring as well. That's pretty good. I'm probably gonna use that instead of the Slith Primary, yeah, definitely. And that may... well, it could make me use Empowered Berserker's Cowl, actually. Huh. Interesting. At level 58, right? New PoE League equals Farmville. I mean, at least the game should slow down a little bit because of that, right? I mean, probably not, but maybe not.
Hey!
Hey. What's a solid build for Spellbreaker? Pretty much anything that is either Granado, Canister Bomb, Blackwater Cocktail, Judgment, or also Fire Our Reckoning works pretty well. Virus Might works really well. Spellbreaker is a super flexible class. I think pretty much everything. I think literally everything in Spellbreaker works, except for Stunjacks. But you can also make Aegis of Menhir happen. Yeah, I think literally every single skill in Spellbreaker can be used as a main damage ability, except for Stunjacks. Because there's no fire Stunjacks. Like, Spellbreaker is the fire class, right? Fire and burn class, and... I mean, yeah. Could even do like RF, default attacker, right, if you would like to do that. I think everything works actually for Spellbreaker. Except for Stunjacks, yeah. I think of new Ravnas in my asset. Aegis Meter is worth it now? I'm not sure. Like, Ravnas is still a little bit weird. Because, like, I mean, it's very good for leveling, I would say. It's a very good leveling item. for like acid sentinels, for example. Or I mean, I guess if you also wanna like play shield dervish, then it could also be good for shield dervish. But like, I would never play dervish for shield, to be honest. I know some people like that for some reason, but I would never do that. If you wanna like play a shield dervish, just play shield sentinel instead, right? Or warlord even. But yeah, for like endgame, I'm not sure because there are some other alternatives, I guess. Oh yeah, this guy can be scary as well, actually. You have to be a little bit careful about the first stage of this guy, where he shoots out the like snowballs, right? That like split, and they split like below you, right? And they can shotgun you, and you don't have prismatic rage like the one that the one circuit breaker that proc for me here. You will take less of damage, and if you stand inside that for too long, you just might die, right? Sentinel is one of my favorite classes as well, actually. I've not played it in a very, very long time, actually. But I did play it a lot on FG release. Like, I made like 3 Sentinels. It was like basically my favorite class when FG came out. You can do so much with it. Like, Sentinel is just like Spellbreaker, but even more, like, it's a little bit less fire oriented, but like more flexible overall. Like, you can do Chaos, Acid as well. It's really, really great. I mean, you could also do Fire, but Fire is worse than a Spellbreaker, for example. This ring that we just found is really good, actually. Empower Blend of Black Ice. If I was still using OFF for some reason, it would be even better, but OFF is kinda... If you're not leveling with it from like level 1 on, it's probably not worth to actually use it at all. Oh wait, I missed these guys. Oops. I missed the supplies. Yeah, the supplies guys are here next to the Templar for Zero Rift, right? Here, yeah, I just ran past them, talking about the Leviathan's ring, right? Oops. Scuffed guide. Serve the tree. Yeah, indeed, right? Serve the tree.
Serve the 3 and serve the...
I don't think Madly was like modding that hard, but like Madly is very... like on this patch he doesn't seem to be modding at all compared to like some other posts that he did after other patches. To be honest, like he seemed very calm and very like in line with the patch compared to other patches.
The thread Korvac indeed.
Alright, so we did all the quests here, well almost. There's also another quest over here, since we have been to the one secret place, the Maw of Enough, right? You can now hand in this quest here. Maw of Enough was the like big worm we went into next to the Corbin Sands Rift. Yeah, now we got the quest to kill Naven the Usurper, which is gonna be found in the Sunbane Oasis. And also there's another quest down here, right? This one from Kargon, which will require me to find a Tome of Inatum, which is also gonna be inside the Sunbane Oasis. Nah, it's more like he does agree with like most of the stuff, but he only ever points out like the stuff that he doesn't like. Like whenever he likes stuff, like he does like lots of stuff about Grim Dawn. but you will very, very, very rarely him actually say that he actually likes some stuff. Like sometimes he does, but whenever he does that, basically whenever he doesn't say anything, that means that he likes stuff, right? So like whenever he doesn't like stuff, he will be very vocal about it. Are you in love with him? We're in mad love with him, yes. Yeah, this is the corpse where you found the Tomb of Inatum. The guy who was supposed to deliver it died. Rest in peace. Another legendary actually, Venomancer's Raiment. Wait, didn't we already get one of these? I think we did, right? With the hands. It's like an acid nightblade thing. I would imagine he's hanging out in Sufferer's stream every now and then. But I've never seen anybody like actually named Madly in there, so... I mean, either he never watches streams at all, or he just has like a different name. I mean, maybe he's one of you, right? Wonkas. Either way, this Sanctuary of Horror in here has another shrine, also another shrine and shrine, right? Totem and shrine, that's what I wanted to say actually. Yeah, there we go. Praetorian face guard, so we did get 2-piece Praetorian now. And 2-piece Praetorian... Wait, didn't I get 2-piece Praetorian or like 3-piece Praetorian on my Conjurer as well? I think I did, right? Maybe Praetorian set is like too easy to get now. No idea. But yeah, Praetorian set is like a really solid set. If you only get like 1 piece, it's not really worth it. But I would say once you get like 2 or 3 pieces, then it's definitely worth it to equip it on pretty much any character while leveling, because it's really nice. It's like really defensive. Like the 2-piece gives you like what, 15% Fizz, right? That's crazy. That's a crazy amount. That's actually insane. And 3-piece gives you like 35 Aether and Chaos, which are like pretty hard to get as well. Like these are pretty hard to get resistances compared to others, right? So yeah, do we want to use it? I'm not sure. Because like using it would be a little bit boring, I guess. Anyway, Naven the Usurper over here is another boss that, well, just died again. He does deal like lots of poison damage, so if you have like less than 80% poison rest, you're gonna die. Because he has like a shotgun, right? Like if you don't have absorption or good poison rest, you're probably gonna die against him actually. Maybe not on normal, but like on higher difficulties or on veteran, you're definitely gonna die to him. Lavashkiri? What? Isn't this like the cow that is laughing? Like there's like a cheese that's called like that, right? It's pretty yummy actually, that cheese. Or like pretty famous. I don't know, there are probably like better cheeses out there in France, but you want some common bear? Let's just use a mirror here against this guy and these guys hitting me at the same time. If you see situations like this, like just use Mirror of Erectus, right? You should, it's better to use this preemptively than to use it when it's too late, right? Like whenever you see like 10 projectiles at once about to hit you and a boss hitting you at the same time, just use Mirror of Erectus, right? it gives you like 3 seconds to just like be able to face tank and also to like evaluate the situation a little bit longer, and you can decide in those 3 seconds do you want to keep on attacking or do you want to like disengage, and that might be the time that you need. Provolone. Provolone definitely sounds very Italian, yeah. If it's pronounced provolone, that is. Maybe it's pronounced provolone or something, I have no idea. Then it wouldn't sound Italian. You're telling French people your favorite cheese is Italian? You're living a dangerous life indeed, yeah. Hearing what the French have to say, oh my god. Yo, 6 stars to down, how are you, man? Is Spellbreaker, Reaper, or Infiltrator strongest for cold? So before last patch, I would have said it's Spellbreaker probably. Like on last patch it was Spellbreaker for sure. On the patch before that, probably Infiltrator actually. Now I'm not so sure, but I mean Reaper is definitely like a lot stronger than before. Like it's a lot stronger than before, but on the other hand it was pretty bad before, so I wouldn't be surprised like Reaper is still worse than Spellbreaker and Infiltrator. Like it's still like, I don't know, Spellbreaker, Infiltrator both are at the top, like both tier 1 basically, about the same level and strength. And then you have like Reaper below that, right? But I would say like before, for example, Reaper was definitely weaker, like even weaker for cold than, say, for example, Trickster, right? Or like just as weak as Trickster. Actually, maybe that's not true. Like ever since the Ill Omen buff, maybe it's not even that true actually. Like Ill Omen buff was pretty huge, right? Like Trickster is so squishy for cold, it's unreal, right? I don't know. Either way, yeah, if you don't wanna wait for like some people like Sorok and Reynan properly testing cold Reapers, then I would just roll like a Spellbreaker, for example, for cold right now. Should be very, very solid and probably still the best. Hey, the monks going for Death Mark set? I mean, this is solo self-found, so I'm not going for anything unless I find it. Pierce Infiltrator not now, and Hardcore. She's a Blind Assassin set. Since Blind Assassin set exists, yeah, Blind Assassin is really solid for Infiltrator, for sure. That's insanely good. I mean, it's a blue set as well, right? It's like way, way easier to get. I mean, if anything, like the first set I'm gonna find probably is gonna be Silver Sentinel set, right? 3-piece blue Silver Sentinel set is like the easiest set to find for cold Nightblades. So that's probably gonna be like the first set I'm using. But maybe I'm not even gonna use sets, right? Maybe I'm using something else instead. And like the best set for Nightblades in general is probably the Shadow Realm set, to be honest. Like Shadow Realm set is so nice defensively. And Nightblade has insane damage anyway, right? You don't really need too much more damage through sets, right? You kinda want just a little bit more survivability, at least for hardcore. So SR set is really, really, really good on Nightblades. Especially on hardcore. American cheese. Yeah, I don't even know American cheese. Like, I don't know a single good American cheese.
Come see what's left of my wares.
But maybe there are some good ones. I just did not test them yet. Stone Hide of Attack. I mean, it's not better than ABB's Flurry, right? Obsidian Plate Cuirass. Good if you're playing fire, right? Otherwise, not that great. Inscribed bracers is pretty decent as well, actually. These are some solid level 58 or 50 items, actually. Yeah, we're gonna pick up a slow, right? Otherwise, Limehouse is gonna hate on me. Yo, Dargon, how are you, man? Was Spellbreaker good for code and only has single RR? Well, yeah, but if you get like dual shell stripes, you can get like, what, 70 or 80 RR on Knight's Chill, right? Or like Veil of Shadow / Knight's Chill. That's like as much as other dual RR classes have, so you don't really need RR from Spellbreaker. Also Spellbreaker, like from Arcanist Tree. Also Arcanist Tree gives you basically everything you need in Nightblade, right? It gives you offensive ability, a panic button, magnification, damage absorption, crit damage, and also CDR on the Star Pact exclusive. And also flat Frostburn is not bad either. So yeah, Arcanist does give you a lot for Spellbreaker, even though that doesn't give you like a resistance reduction. I thought you were a friend. Limehouse is just a bully. At least, maybe not so much in this stream, but he likes to bully certain individuals. There's some SR set Nightblade builds. Any recommendations? Yeah, I mean for example, SR set plus dual Chill Strife Spellbreaker is pretty good. You can do the same with dual Malkadar weapons on a Reaper, for example. That should also be pretty good. Or yeah, like on a Witch Hunter, right? Witch Hunter with SR set and dual Mad Queen's Claws, right? That's pretty good as well. I guess you could also do like dual Venoms, Rift Scourge slices, right? If you like wanna play an Acid Shadow Strike build with SR set. That should work decently as well. And basically you're looking for standalone weapons that are like really good to play around, right? That don't have a set attached to it, so like no Venom Blade stuff, no Dune Fiend, no Death Guard, no Death Marked, right? All the other Nightblade stuff should be good for SR set, right? Dude, about politics, yeah, it gets nasty anyway. The Mind Reaper can be scary, again, if you actually let him deal damage, right? Which he doesn't, in this case. Thanks, Obama.
The camp, the primordial...
Yes,
Man,
I hear you've done some excellent...
I kinda miss Obama. I'm not saying he's like the best president ever, but like compared to what you currently have, it's... A big improvement would be an understatement. Pew banned me yesterday already when he did. He actually banned you yesterday. Maybe we should ban Adios though. I mean, the good thing about Adios saying stuff like that is that he's never gonna grow up, right? So like, you don't have to be afraid. Until now I thought you had a brain. You mean because of my Obama thing? Yeah, I know, I shouldn't talk about politics, right? I know Obama was pretty bad as well. Like for some people, like for some things. Another Praetorian? What the heck? Okay. We're gonna use full Praetorian here, right? We're just gonna use it. Or are we? Maybe we're not gonna use it. But yeah, would you care to elaborate on that thing you said, Muspelheim? I'm just interested. Nice ideas. I guess. But it could mean like this or that. It could just be an insult without any things behind what you said, right? Without any brain behind your... It could be you that has no brain behind what you said, right? Just insulting people. I mean, that could be just as well as the other things that it could imply. Like, it could imply different things. But yeah, I mean, if you don't wanna go deeper into that, that's fine as well. I can live with the insult. Just stop talking about that stuff. I mean, it's still my stream, not yours. I can talk about whatever I want in my stream, right? I'm just saying. The way... What you write is not really... I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't say something like that either. Nice. Okay. Congratulations again on becoming my first power ban. See you around. I'm not saying Obama's a good guy. I did never say that. But you're just straight up insulting me, like insulting me without saying, like, giving any good reasons, right? So yeah, good luck. Good luck out there. Have a good one. Like, there's still ways to, like, respect other people's opinions. And you're not doing that, so... Sorry for you. You're serious about politics? Yeah, I know, right? I mean, you can just discuss things, right? You can just like say, okay, I don't like that, I don't like that. Yeah, why do you have to get personal, right? I mean, sure, politics is always kind of personal, huh? Because, like, in your opinion, like, X politician is good and like Z politician is bad. I mean, that's fine, but like, you should be allowed to say that without getting insulted, right? And well, I guess you can't in some places. Either way, so we've arrived at one of the tombs that you should always go to, right? This is a tomb where you should go because like there's a quest attached to this one, right? The others that we skipped before, well, some of them have quests for other factions if you chose other factions, such as for example Bismil or Solal, or rather only Bismil actually. When you're started with Solar, you have to go to like a Chaos Rift, right? The other one would be interesting, like the one in Infernal Rifts, Infernal Wastes, there we go. Would be interesting if you, like the tomb that we skipped here, would be interesting if you want to farm a item for either a Drig Eye caster or a Aether Ray caster, right? If you're playing either of those two, then that's fine. You don't have to be sorry. It's not your fault. You don't have to be sorry. It's my fault for like mentioning Obama. Right? No, it's not obviously. But... Let's talk about Darwin and evolution. Yeah, that should be something that everybody can agree on, right? Right, America? Right? No, actually not everything in Darwin's theories is right as well, but it's another story. Yeah, like not everything in Darwin says right, that's true. And I don't mean it from like a creationist side of things. Like even from another viewpoint, not everything is right in his theories, I would say. Like for once he downplays the effect of randomness like way more than he should. And some other things that I don't really know too much about because I don't really... I do study like biotechnology, but that doesn't mean I have like a major in biology honestly, and I didn't like study Darwin's theories that well either, but... Yeah. Let's talk about flat Earth. Oh my god. Okay, let's just stop. Let's just talk about Grim Dawn instead, right? That's something we can all agree on. I mean, probably not, but... Probably we can't agree all on everything in Grim Dawn either, but that's at least fine, like people will not be super upset about that, right? Unless you're cold medley, I guess. Where do we put the stuff here? Yeah, let's do it like this. Put this one over here. Pepega, how do we do this? Tetris. Tetris for life. There we go. Oh, time warped. Oh, he's dead. Just go back and sell. We need the iron bits anyway, right? Stop bullying around, yeah. Americans are nice people. Stop bullying though. And I mean, they're like bad people in any country, so... No need to like bully certain countries more than others, that's not okay. Another preserving of Emersa's Flurry here. These are basically the same that I have, but worse, right? Yeah, they're just worse. So should we use full Praetorian set again or not?
I will spend.
Great. Not yet, I have to make it great again, right? Where did I go here? Oh yeah, I went here because of the devotion shrines, right? I have actually 5 to allocate right now. I should do that before we do anything else. So I wanted to go for Ultos actually, right? So we need this first, and then we're gonna get the Watcher, and then spec out of the Eel again, and then get Ultos, right? That's how we do it. Yes, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. We gotta go back here later maybe, if we get a certain quest. I don't know if I'm gonna do it though. I haven't been meeting when I spend more time here. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I can confirm, yeah. Oh yeah, in this area you get sick belts, right? You get these gargoyle waist guards. They give you like +1 outplate, wit to cold conversion as well, which, well, it doesn't matter on Spellbreakers, but it also has +1 outplate, so yeah, that's pretty good. That is very, very good actually. The gargoyles drop them, like the gargoyles on Act 7. Gargoyle waist guard. Now there can be some, like from shrines, for example. Like you get some from shrines. Some shrines spawn there. Like some totems should spawn them as well, actually. Like the Corvin, like the Eldritch totems should spawn them as well, right? And he's done. Alright, Messenger's Blaze Cannon. That is a, what, Virus Might Fire weapon, right? Which is pretty weird. But I guess it's okay for leveling actually. I think I got mine from either a shrine or a totem, yeah. I mean, I certainly did not get to the spots where you just spawn them randomly, right? Like, they only... I mean, for example, this one, right? Oh, right, this one didn't, but I guess it could have spawned some. Shonaguri, that's like a pretty nice bleeding Nightblade Axe, right? Laceration and Blood Pact, never mind, that's for like soldiers rather. Yeah, see, for example, this guy, he was a gargoyle, right? He spawned from the shrine here. There's also a purple boss over here, which Unfortunately, did not get a monster frequent on the latest patch, right? Azaleon, the Forgotten. It's also kind of weak. I should buff this guy a little bit and give him a monster frequent as well. Maybe like some wings or something, right? Like a winged shoulder pad, maybe. That would be pretty cool, right?
I do not know who you are, and I suppose I do not care.
And Dravis, who? Who? Who wants to fight me here?
And so he was when Dravis confronted me.
Alright, rest in peace, Dravis. F for Urborg. Most random music ever. Nice game. Hey Rule, welcome on, welcome on. Is this character GG stash edited? No, I'm just playing on normal, that's like why, right? Normal is sometimes a little bit too easy clap. Oh brother, Sigarius. Alright, even this guy is tankier than Dravis, like, what the heck? So he has two Sigarius' blades. Stormblade, right? Sacred Blade, rather. Which are pretty good for, like, Wind Devil builds, right? If you're playing Wind Devil and Mortal Trap, I guess you wanna play these, right? They're mainly good for Wind Devil, though. Too many shrines, too many items. Father Kaiman, I mean, of course we're gonna kill Father Kaiman here. But it's gonna be on normal, right? So it's gonna be easy cleanup. Empowered Conduit is a pretty nice two-hander if you wanna play two-handed. Which we... or rather I will not do on this character, right? Fire and Kodras. Fire and Kodras. I mean, that's fine to drop. Right, should be fine to drop. You're gonna gain slow rest and 5% DA actually. And it rolled off the Aether though, which is terrible. Also Vit to cold conversion. It's still useless for me, right, on a Spellbreaker. It's actually, like, this is really good for Reapers, for example. Or, I mean, yeah, mainly for Reapers. Or like for endgame. But right now, maybe this is not even better than what I have, right? Let's sell it actually. Maybe not sell it, but keep it for later. Equip Praetorian first. Yeah, should we? I mean, we should, right? It's too good. Yeah, the Legion belt is pretty good, yeah. I could just not... I mean, not one hit, no. Definitely not. I mean, yeah, like, that's just too much Fizz, right? We gotta use it. So once you have done the one quest that allows you to transmit items, you can transmit items. And we have found 3 Praetorian pieces, right? So we can just choose the worst of these 2. Which in this case is actually gonna be... I think the one with more Vitras, right? Because we have like so much Vitras anyway. And I click transmute, right? You can click transmute a set piece into another part of the same set. You need to have a Eldritch Essence though. I have 8, okay. 3 crystals and 1 emerald, okay. And 120k, that's pretty expensive there. And we got lucky, I got to show the piece on the first try. You might have to try this more often. Right. And then we equip this, equip that, and this. And then we have the 3-piece Praetorian set on, which gives us lots of HP as you could see, as well as Aether Ras, Poison Ras, Physical Resistance, Chaos Ras, right. It's pretty good overall. And we lost like +3 Lethal Assault on the chest though. That's a small downside, I would say. But it should still be worth it, I think. Wait, why did I lose Aether Ras? Oh, because of Dawn Shard Podrons, right? I mean, that's kind of fine though, right? I don't usually need Aether Ras that badly. We can just put another, well, Chains of Order over here, right? And on the shoulders... I mean, what do I even need? I guess Silk Swatch would be amazing, right? Like, once you can craft Silk Swatch, you should craft a Silk Swatch here, right? It should be pretty easy to find this blueprint. So you can craft Silk Swatch via Resilient Plating and a... Oh my god, I'm missing 1 Aether Crystal, never mind then. What? Let's just put HP here then. Never mind. Yo, Plasma, how are you? Announcement never. And that's gonna be after I'm done here with this stuff. After we've killed Kovac and basically finished normal, I'm gonna announce the announcement of the announcement of the announcement. What announcement? The announcement of the announcement. Yeah, Fick backstabbed me, but it's fine. I mean, he didn't really backstab me, obviously. Like, everybody was free to announce whenever you wanted to announce, right? Either way, here's Father Kaimon, who's considered to be basically the hardest boss on the campaign, right? Just proc execution, right?
After all these centuries, the usurpers dare not even show their faces.
I learned so much from watching this, yeah, just kill him, right? Just kill him forehead.
How long did they think they should wait?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you didn't learn shit, right? Because you don't know, like, how to play around him now. I mean, yeah, like, on higher difficulties, I guess, you would actually learn something from, like, me killing him. But not on normal. I mean, basically, he has, like, the fire from the ground, right? You have to dodge that, like, not stand inside that. Then he has, like, a belly shotgun ability, like, he will, like, shoot multiple projectiles out of his belly. I think he did use that in the end, but I was just using mirror against that. And then if you cannot face tank that, and you have to run then, like in that moment.
Little human, I leave this going.
He's gonna jump after you, and if you get hit by the jump, you're gonna have like huge DA resistance reduction on you, right? Like you will get debuffed and scuffed. So yeah, don't get hit by... like either just face tank him, that's probably like the safest way to kill him. But only face tank him if you have like good flat absorption or like Mirror of Eructus, right? To be able to yeah, face tank his belly breath, right? If you're not able to do that, you have to step aside a little bit and then dodge his first jump. And once you have dodged that, you should be fine, right? Also, when you're playing Arcanist, you should not use Nullification against Kaimon, also against Korvac, because it does also reduce elemental damage, and while Father Kaimon deals mostly fire and physical, right? Animations are longer than the actual fight, right? Yeah, Inquisitor Seal should be good, usually. If you also have like additional damage reduction or something like that, I can tell. Percent projectile avoidance. I'm actually not sure if like those projectiles will be avoided or not, because they're like a spell, right? How does Spellbreaker get 2 GG swords? End of story. Yeah, kinda, right? Spellbreaker will get nerfed because it's too OP on normal difficulty. I doubt that. I very much doubt that. I still have Morganath. Well, that's true. I still have Morganath. So should we kill him right away? Sure, why not, right? There's still Morganath. Okay, Morganath is an actual hard boss. Especially on higher difficulties. Because Morganath is like not a main campaign boss, he's like a side story, or rather a roguelike dungeon boss even. So he's supposed to be harder by design anyway. And he's actually also like a lot harder, yeah. And I mean, yeah, you need the 3 seals that we found earlier to open this door. To die against animated preservers. I mean, don't get clapped, right? If you get clapped, you're actually gonna die against them. That's my Petrify. And in this dungeon, it is good to have good Petrify resistance, right? 54%, for example, is pretty good. Because, like, lots of enemies on this dungeon can Petrify you. Basically, all of them, I would say. Thank you, Adios. You're extra nice today. They're gonna easy clap you indeed, yeah. It's the same on ultimate. Well, against Korvac, yeah, but I mean Korvac is, as I said, like he's a main campaign boss, right? He's not supposed to be like be hard for GG, like GG builds, right? We're level 58. For level 58 we had Anchor Knight's Headguard, which we're not gonna use anymore, probably, because we have Praetorian set anyway. And we have Band of Black Eyes and Empowered Obsidian Seer, right? These two are really good. And ideally, I would like to just use both of them, right? Let's see if we can do that without like dropping any resistances. We can actually. We don't even need any components. So we can just use Mark of Illusions or Frozen Heart for Petrify resistance, right? Let's use like one Frozen Heart for Petrify resistance and one Mark of Illusions for defensive ability and spirit and elemental damage. Also, I'm still using like a level 24 amulet. Yeah, I mean, I'm not honored with Devil's Crossing yet, right? So I still wasn't able to get a Elena's necklace, unfortunately. I'm gonna do that in Elite, I guess. I mean, the amulet has +2 Shadow Strike, which is a lot of damage actually as well. So that's not bad at all. It's probably still better than this legendary one that I found. Avatar of Order. Orda. Yeah, it's probably still better. This one has +3 to mirror though, which would reduce the cooldown by quite a bit. Yeah, I could use like another ward stone on this and then just use this, right? I guess that's fine. Because the healing light is not a bad ability. I mean, I don't really need it though, right? It looks like a nice ability, right? 30% chance when hit, you heal by 5% plus 600 HP. But honestly, 5% HP is like nothing anyway. And I'm gonna heal like more than that in one hit, like one single hit, because of my damage and lifesteal, right? So yeah, it's useless pretty much. Frost Shard Crown, this is not a bad item either, actually. But I mean, what am I supposed to do when you have like 3 Praetorian pieces, right? You just use Praetorian set, that's the problem.
I'll give you a good price.
It's too good not to use it. Stiff Scale lag ramps are also pretty good, actually. These are legit. Cold damage, Pierce Aether Rance, +2 Shadow Strike again, bonus damage to beasts. Melee dodge. Do I need the poison? I gotta prepare a little bit for Elite, right? I need to have like 25% overcap for all of these here. Otherwise, I'm gonna take a little bit too much damage in Ultimate. I mean in Elite, right? So if I don't use these anymore, I'm gonna have bad acid resistance, right? So maybe just keep these for now. Oops. Keep these for now and like switch them around later. Formidable of Alacrity. Yo, this is Fizzras and attack speed, right? This is pretty good as well. But not good enough actually, because the ones that I have right now give me +2 Night's Chill and also Poison Rest, right? And yeah, as I said, like the Poison Rest is gonna be important now and later, so... And Fizz Rest is pretty good as well though. Oh, we have another one here. Thawing of Corrosion. It's terrible. Empowered Amulet of the Eye. Now this might be one I want to use instead of the whatever I have right now, right? This should be good. And also these bracelets, right?
See you around.
Drink potions. For what? Yeah, fucking Reddit, right? I mean, try to ask Facebook and Reddit on anything from non-Reddit. Like 50% of the time you're gonna get wrong answers, unfortunately. So gonna use these instead and this instead, right? And now the bleeding rust is gonna suck. Oh well, I mean it's only bleed rust, right? Who cares about bleed rust? And also, never mind, I don't even have to have bad bleed rust because we're just gonna craft another ward stone. And put this back here, right, the unholy inscription back here. And then we're gonna craft another ward stone for movement speed, elemental rust, and bleed rust. This should be another easy craft, right? Ward stone. Put this here, and boom. We have maxed. Oh no, we have terrible poison rust. What am I doing? Never mind. Can't use these then. Ah, that's fine now. I have more items to sell. Whoops.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Just sell all of these, right? They're pretty bad compared to what I have anyway. And I think we're gonna blow up some items here, like Venomancer is not good for me anyway. This is not that great, this is not good at all. We have two of these anyway, let's just blow up both of them. The belt. That's not terrible, but I think it's still worse than like Legion belt, for example, right? Okay, we're ready to go. Ready to go for Morganeth with like, I don't know, 70% petrify, 75% petrify resistance actually. It's pretty good. And also 25% Fizz. Pretty good for the server as well. And also good vitality and cold overcap. Okay, cold overcap is a little bit too much, I guess, but oh well. Yeah, I did. I mean, I did the same on my last Solo 7. I did 2 Solo 7 characters so far, and then both of them I got full Praetorian set. I got like 2 chests and 1 helmet on this guy, so I just transmuted one of them. I mean, I had like enough money for that, as well as enough mats, right? Enough. What do you even need? Where are they? Yeah, there. Eldritch Essence, right? You need those. Yeah. How are you doing, P-Square? Welcome on, welcome on. Yeah, like, Praetorian set is not that hard to get, but sometimes you don't get it. I mean, I would have been fine without it, honestly. Like, I had Anchorites, Empowered Anchorites Headguard waiting, or Frost Shot. I mean, there are so many alternatives, right? But obviously it's super good, like... Oh yeah, I need to craft one here. Now get Royal Exuberance set as well. That one is way harder to get. It's like accessories, right? Like accessories are... They have like a lower drop rate anyway. I didn't even get like Everest of Andreonius, right? That's like a single one. Like Royal Exuberance is, in my opinion, not even that great because you should just get Everest of Andreonius instead, right? I'm sure it's good, but I would say Everest is even better actually now, since the latest from Praetorian Solo 7 again. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got it again. Darkmoon set only drops from local dungeon, right? Yes, that's correct. It only drops on ultimate because local dungeon is only available on ultimate as well. And yeah, only from the 3, or rather 4, like there are the 4, what are they called, Rift claimed adherents, right, inside the pre-Loker dungeon, and each of them drops like 1 piece, so you have to kill all 4 of them to get all 4, like all 4 pieces, yes. I mean, he didn't allow me to talk about politics, and also he didn't allow me to say what I think about certain politicians. And he insulted me when I said certain things about certain politicians. Like, I would be fine if he insulted certain politicians as well, but if he insults me for, like, speaking my opinion, I'm gonna ban him. Like, of course. What is this? This is still my stream, not his stream. Right? Like, I'm fine with people, like, talking shit about people I like. If it's politicians, if it's not, like, friends of mine at least. But yeah, I mean, everybody has an opinion, right? And you should still, like, kind of respect people's opinions without, like, insulting them. Didn't know, I thought you had a heart. Stop trolling, Radam. Stop insulting me without a reason. Yeah, he got executed before he was able to do his purple aura stuff. Rest in peace. Wait, what is this? Oh, perdition? Okay. That's not good for me, at least. Not good for cold, no, but it's pretty good for, like, acid, but not for cold. Yeah, right, I shouldn't be allowed to talk about this. I thought maybe it's like a song, right? And I'm gonna get like a DMCA copy strike because I said something like that, right? I don't know, man. Wait, you can get manticore eyes from these guys? What kind of sense does that make? Because they're like Ugol's eyes? Wait, are manticores? Wait, these guys are manticores. It's confirmed. Manticores of Ugol. Where is your XP pot? XD pot. This is solo self-found, dude. Can you solo self-found GD Stash yourself a XP pot? I mean, I guess you can with GD Stash, but I'm not playing GD Stash, so... I don't have XP points on this character. Because I'm not revered with the Marmoth resistance, so... Yeah, I can't use XP pots. These guys always do minus rep to Arcovian Undead, you know? Wait, killing these gives me... What? Oh, you mean the Yuga guy? The tentacle monsters at least. Interesting. So yeah, this dungeon doesn't really have as many points of interest as the Ancient Grove, I would say, but it does have the one in the level we just did, right, where we killed the 2 Magi bosses. Then it has this point of interest here, where you have basically this death room, where you fight 2 Sons of Famine. Right, no they don't. What are you saying? Wait, which guys were you talking about, Eureka? Oh, the other... Oh yeah, there are 2 signs, right? There are signs of famine and signs of hunger, right? They may look very similar, but they are actually a little bit different, right? That's true. That is true indeed. Oh yeah, point of interest number 3 would be this shop here, which can always sell you a purple mat, which you should always buy. And it can also, like, at least an ultimate, yeah, it's only an ultimate, right? On ultimate, it can also sell you up to 2 conduit recipes for the level 94 or 90, I think 94, conduit amulets. There's like 1 conduit amulet for each class. And you can get the blueprints here in this dungeon. Signs of Hunger, okay, so 4650, right? And now we have 4650. Why would they give you reputation to Alcovian Undead? I mean, these are not Alcovian guys, right? There might be some Chthonians, or rather not Chthonians, but like Yugol monsters, you know, which might have to do something with Undead, but not Alcovian Undead, right? What is the easiest Ravager? For me personally, the easiest Ravager was probably a Dark One Conjurer, but like in general, the easiest Ravager is just like any retaliation build, right? Just nullify yourself from the debuffs once you get hit by them, right? Or like use a mirror, right? And then just kill them. This is also sometimes a hard boss, like on harder difficulties, he's pretty hard. But if you have pretty good deeps like this guy, like this character here, then it shouldn't be that hard, right? Oh, you're asking about which Ravager boss is the easiest one, not like with which... Oh yeah, oh my bad. I thought like with which build is Ravager the easiest. Which Ravager is the easiest? Well, if you're playing the default attack replacer, then certainly not Ravager of Souls, because I believe Ravager of Souls has fumble, right?
Korvac, his count has been crushed. We must do Korvac. Do not see anything you like.
Yeah, you get some stuff here, right? What did I get? What did I get even? Nothing of interest, I guess. Okay, oh well. So there's one final quest to do here.
Welcome.
Oh, another band of black ice. Should we use 2 of these? Maybe, right? Maybe. I mean, I should, right? I just should. Yeah, this even has a Vit and Bleed. Yeah, that's actually even better anyway. Just use one of these here. I don't need the Elemental Nuts, not even for Elite. I just need like some Poison Pierce for Elite, right? I will need Aethron Chaos for Ultimate, but like not for Elite, so that's fine. Completely fine like this.
With Draelus, one of our
There's one last quest here to kill Inara, right? Inara is in the Tomb of Nephos, where I was before, to get the shrine. Kalakadra now. I don't have a Lotus, right? Like, I don't have a, what's it called? I don't have the thing. The thing that you need to debate her. Who's lucky? I guess, yeah. But who's really code resistant? Muslaki and Kulakava, right? But I mean, those would require me to be nemesis with their faction, so yeah, I mean, not happening on normal, right? I mean, Kuba is very code resistant though, like he is super code resistant actually.
Do you hear the whispers too?
Do you hear the voices too?
Do you hear the whispers too? Do you hear the whispers?
She's definitely fighting for the blood god, right?
Do you hear the whispers too?
Or rather for the... Rather for, what's he called? Not Korn, but what's the other guy called? I forgot. Slanesh, right? No, not Slanesh. Slanesh is not the poison guy. Nurgle, right? Yeah, she's a follower of Nurgle for sure. Infernal Agdenbach Flamethrower of Scorching.
The Seers
Nice.
of Dread,
Congrats,
the
dude.
lost.
Okay, this is also where you get the Emblem of Dreek's Vector, which is another teleport, so we can finally upgrade our Trashy Rift Tear to a Emblem of Dreek's Vector. What the hell? Fucking stairs in this game, dude. So you can just craft this, right? As a blueprint. You click on this, you learn it, and then you can craft this under runes, right? This is called the Emblem of Dreek's Victor, right? There we go. So you can craft this once if you have 25k iron buds, a Eldritch Essence, yes, and a Polished Emerald. I mean, yeah, obviously. And then use this instead of your Rift Tear. And this will have a, I think, a little bit less cooldown. Maybe I'm mistaken there. Yeah, this one has 6 seconds cooldown, right? This one has 5.5 seconds cooldown. It also has 11 meter range instead of the default 10 meter range. And it will also reduce some acid damage, right? Which doesn't matter at all. But yeah, that's how it looks like. And yeah, this is also gonna be the end for this part 3 of the SSF leveling Spellbreaker today. It was kind of a long episode, but I kind of wanted to like wrap up normal, do all the dungeons here. I skipped Pod Lagberry, but I mean Pod Lagberry, I mean I didn't have a quest for that, so yeah, if you want to do it, just do it, right? Also, I didn't speak to these guys. Pod Lagberry is definitely like easier than what we did before here, though. Like, it's easier than, for example, the Morganath dungeon, right?
Welcome.
So yeah. Other than that, we did pretty much everything that you can do in normal, except for the shrine apparently. Maybe we should get it real quick, actually. That's a big whoopsie. Whatever. That happens, right? When you're playing solo self-found, I bet you're gonna miss 1 or 2 shrines as well. That's fine. The game has way more than 50 shrines, so you don't really need to you don't really need to get every single one of them. Elite and Ultimate will have pretty much 50 shrines on top anyway, right? So
Stay strong.
this will be fine for you. I'm gonna spec this around a little bit though to get Ultos. Should probably put Ultos to... to what? I guess Ring of Steel is not too bad. I could also put Ring of Steel on this, right? But it's always 100% chance on crit, so that's... It might be very unreliable on Ring of Steel. I mean, this is also very unreliable actually. ABB actually works as well. Yeah, just put it on ABB then. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching this one as well on YouTube, and I hope to see you around on next episode as well.